including myself.
Uh, yes, ma'am. Participants will keep on increasing. If you want, we can start. We have around 35 participants.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's begin. Okay, because I have a lot of time, and I would like to share as much as possible. Now, can you unmute yourselves for a few minutes, all of you? Chatting, where are you guys? Adarsh, Aditya, where are you guys? I can't see you. Just keep your picture up.
Okay, ma'am.
Just keep your webcam on.
Okay.
Okay, let's do an interactive online session and make it profitable for them. After all, we are going to talk about online money making. So the first thing I want you all to understand is money itself. You all are MBA students, right?
Yes, ma'am. Everyone is MBA.
Yes, ma'am.
You all are doing MBA from Lucknow University.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Good. Now, being an MBA student, you obviously wish to go in the business environments. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the biggest entity that is there in the business environments, which is kind of a standard for success. You can also call it a standard to measure success. Can anybody tell me what exactly is that? What is that one entity? People all over the world are using, talking about it all the time, and the business world is actually focused on that. It's one single word. Let me give you a hint. What is that one word that drives the business environment? One single element.
Money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's money. And very few people really talk about money. But we are going to talk about it today because we're talking about online money making. Whether it is online money making or offline money making, you have to first of all understand what money is. And that's the reason why I said I want everybody to unmute themselves for a moment. I'll give you a very short test. Right at the beginning of this session, I will give you a test before deeper details of understanding online money making. Are you guys ready for it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very feeble.
Yes, ma'am.
Very, very feeble, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not going to get graded on this.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything. All right. I want more yeses, more noise coming from 35 participants. Really 35 participants.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Great. Great. Just everybody unmute themselves and participate in this. We'll just take 5 minutes to go into this before I jump into giving you deeper details. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and they're very easy questions. I want all of you to shout out your answers so that I can hear you. First question is a fill in the blank question, and you want it in grid view or other this view is correct? You can all of you see me?
Yes, ma'am. Everyone can see you, ma'am. This view is absolutely good.
All right. See, The first question that I'm going to ask you is fill in the blank question. It's a very simple question. Shout out your answers. And the question is, money doesn't grow on dash.
Obviously, trees.
Trees. Am I hearing you right? Trees?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you've heard this several times before. You can mute yourselves now. All of you can mute yourselves now. First question done. Money doesn't grow on. I didn't even have to complete a sentence and you had the answer right there. Trees. Second question is, how many times have you heard this sentence in your own lives? Heard it before? Had the answer right.
Plenty of times.
Time,
Many
ma'am.
times, many
Plenty of
Thousands
times.
of times.
Fantastic. Now this is one question. This is never counted. Lalit Joshi is saying never counted. But you shouldn't even count it. You know, I have played this little game with people from all over the world. You'll be surprised. Perhaps you will not be surprised. Everywhere, all over the globe, people speak different languages, people come from different cultures, people have different backgrounds, and everywhere, every spoken language. This is one sentence that is used in a standard manner. Everywhere, all over the globe. Yes. Now, this defines our money meter. Call it a money compass also. I call it a money meter because your success with money is totally, totally dependent on this one sentence. Now tell me, who has given this sentence to? Where have we heard it from?
Parents mostly.
ma'am, relatives.
Yes. It's okay. And who else? Generally, all the authority figures in your life. Right? All the people who are having some kind of authority. Tell you several number of times, money doesn't grow on trees. Whenever you're asking for a small little thing, as a little child, what do you think? Money grows on trees? Money doesn't grow on trees. You know, there are several variations to the same thing. Many number of times it comes across to us. That one little thought gets instilled into our minds, goes into the deeper subconscious levels, and becomes our standard for measuring our success with money. Okay? Has anyone of you read the book Think and Grow Rich?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's the author of that?
I'm Robert Kowalski.
Anyway, go and do a little bit of research. A person called Napoleon Hill lived many years back.
Yes.
He's the author of that book. Why do I bring this up whenever I'm discussing money? It's a very simple reason. I study with a person who's been my mentor for many years now, more than 10 years now. And he is a student of this book. He's a very well-known human potential enhancement person. So he's in fact considered to be a good legend in human potential enhancement. His name is Bob Proctor. And I have never heard anybody talk about money the way he does. Just give me a moment to take in. So, the third question on this little test is, whenever you are thinking about your future and your future success within the business world and within the whatever you wish to do in later lives, and you think about money, how do you really feel? That little feeling inside of you, which you many times don't share with others. How do you feel? Really, deeply. Honestly, don't tell me, tell yourself. This third question need not be answered right now. You have to think about it. What are your exact feelings when you think about money? Are you happy with money? Are you concerned about whether you will be able to make money or not? Are you comfortable in your mind, totally settled with the thought that I'm going to make a huge success with money? How exactly do you feel? Just answer this question honestly to yourself. You will know exactly where your money meter stands. How you feel about money is going to set the standard for success of you. Absolutely. Right? There are ways to change it in case you feel concerned, as somebody just said in the chat. There are ways to change it. There are levels in which you go and actually do it yourself, because no matter what has been told to you by the authority figures in your life, now that you are an adult, you're just stepping out into the real world, you have to have your money meter set. If you want to reach out to me, connect with me on LinkedIn, send me a message. From time to time, I keep doing programs which help in reconditioning of the mind in such a way that you can really become wonderfully aligned with money in the future. Somebody just made a very nice comment. That's Lalit Joshi. Others, can you bring that comment up on the screen? I could barely read it. And he is bringing up the next crucial point, which I want to just touch upon quickly. This is money is not a standard for happiness. Wow, fantastic. It's not a standard for happiness, something like that. You're right. Absolutely, you're right. Would you be very happy in abject poverty? That is a question that you need to ask yourself and honestly answer it to yourself. No arguments there. You wish to be happy without money, without being productive, without having the standard factor of money as a defining factor in your life, so be it. Yeah. Right? But throughout the world, like I said in my opening sentence, you go back to the recording, you can see it again, hear it again. Throughout the world, there is one standard meter to check the success, to measure the success that exists in just one word. Right? Now, with this, I'll ask one more last question. What do you think are the defining factors of success here? Especially to you, Lord. How
Hard
do you
work.
define success? Okay. Great. Hard work. Satisfaction and happiness. Yes.
Consistency.
That's the standard factor for you for success? Well, nobody works harder than a laborer sitting on the roadside. There's nobody
Smart
else
work.
that is not work. There's going into definitions which have been told to you over and over and over again. Are they really the core definitions that you would want to believe Even are they the definitions that you keep hearing from him all around? I'm telling you this. Again, the authority. What are your core definitions of success? Lalit just said something related with satisfaction and happiness. What exactly is satisfaction? What is happiness? These are the questions that you need to answer to yourself right now. Not exactly now, in this moment, but right now where you are in your educational journey. Because, like it or not, I don't want to be a harbinger of bad news to you. When you step out of your educational journey, you'll be facing a world which has changed literally overnight because of the current pandemic situations we're facing. You agree to it? You don't agree. It's a new world that we are all going to step into. Right now, nobody can definitively say what's going to happen. That's right? You agree to it?
Yes, ma'am.
You like it?
Right.
You like it. Or it has changed. Now, such things happen for no fault of anyone. No matter how many times you've been lectured on change management, that theoretical knowledge is not going to help you. You actually have to step out into the world and adjust to the change. All you need to do is change yourself. This time that we have right now, 2, 3, 4 months, 6 months, whatever it is, how long it's going to continue, is a time to scale up. Decide what exactly you want to do, explore new opportunities, and become more productive. When it comes to being productive, it's not just hard work, it's not just smart work, it is the outcome of everything that you do. Please mute yourself because there was voice coming in the background. And that is to be understood and explored because we all are adults. You have to take responsibility for your lives. Is there anybody present right here who has already been building an online business? Anybody who's explored building an online business? Or who's already been building an online business? Yes or no? No? Nobody?
Oh.
Nobody?
आवाज आ रही?
No, ma'am.
Mute yourselves, please. Others just keep muting the people.
I have done.
All right. So my question was, anybody here who has already been building an online business or exploring the possibilities of building an online business? Now, are you, Lalit is saying yes. What have you done, Lalit? Can you just share with us? Unmute yourself and then share with us.
When I was in my graduations, actually I did my BCA from Lucknow itself, Bachelor's in Computer Application. So when I was pursuing BCA, I started an online grocery store where I used to contact with the shop owners at different geographical locations, and I have a website published on the internet using which the customers can directly place their orders, and we used to deliver also. So we were into online business, and from the very scratch, like from taking the orders to delivering them to the customers. So
Okay.
yes, and yeah.
So what is happening to that website now?
No, actually, around 6 months we did the same. But when I was in the last semester of my BCA, of my graduation, I was campus placed in TCS Tata Consultancy Services. So I left this business and went to TCS.
Should have continued. You can continue an online business without being present all the time. Why did you discontinue? It's because you got a job.
Sorry, ma'am, please repeat.
I'm saying, why did you discontinue? Should have continued
Ma'am,
with
because
your business along with the job. Just because you got a job, you discontinue your
no,
entrepreneurial
ma'am.
journey.
Actually, the reason was I was posted in Trivandrum, Kerala, and I was like operating the business from here only, like Lucknow. So it was very difficult for me to, manage both the things. So I left this and went to the job.
So it was a local business that was being operated on. Good.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now this is something we will go into deeper understanding about this. Can I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, sure.
Sure.
Everyone is saying, yes, ma'am, I'm working as freelance. I will just try sharing my screen. We will see. See it? Can you all see my screen,
Ma'am.
Adarsh?
Yes, ma'am. We
All
can.
right, okay. See,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have written a small book which is available through my website for free. You go to the website neenadayal.com, that's my name. Go on to the panel on the left hand side, which many tabs for all subjects of my interest. You go to the online money making section, and on all the articles, there you will find this book on the right hand side panel. You can download it. I try to compile all the information possible and put them into 5 power steps to start making money online and to understand or the virtual world is better. So this book, if you want, just take you through this. First step, as I said already, as I've already given you a little test, you must understand your own relationship. A lot of people talk about happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction. Without money, all of this is not possible. Go back to the very basics of your thoughts and see. Without money, you cannot be happy, you cannot be satisfied. If you're living in this physical world, if you're living in this materialistic world, if you go and sit on uh, Himalayan peak, perhaps you will not need the money. If you're living in the materialistic world, there is a standard of success. And with money, so don't get disturbed about these thoughts anymore. I'm sure, Lalit, if you do not get paid at TCS, you will surely not continue working, right? Nobody works or remains motivated if money is not. Now, some facts about online businesses are here listed. You can start very quickly. If you want to start making money now, you can actually start building your business absolutely within the next half an hour. Don't go immediately away. Understand this after the session goes well. Within half an hour, you actually have a website. You start your business. There are certain other factors. The one thing which makes an online business different from offline businesses is you started very, very quickly. Offline business, you can't start that. Second is that you can start with very small financial investments. Brick and mortar business, physical business cannot be started with such few financial investments as an online business. Okay. Third thing is you can sustain your business single-handedly. There is hardly any other business present in the physical world which you can operate absolutely single. Even if you are a doctor and opening a clinic and a physician, you are sitting there, you need 2-3 people around you to be able to operate that business. An online business, it's not and operate. These are the plus points. You can generate great amounts of money in online businesses. Again, money is a standard for success. I can't keep repeating myself. So why would anybody start a business if they are not making any money? Why would anybody go and work for a job? They're not getting paid. Money is definitely. So just another thing is you can generate passive income streams, meaning that you do not have to be present to operate your business. Now, Lilith gave a very important example over here. That is, he had to discontinue his business because what he was trying to do was actually operate a website which was operating locally. Business model was such that it was operating very locally. If he moved away from it, he was not able to sustain business. Let me tell you one thing, operating a business online, having a proper business online, there are two different things. They're not absolutely the same. In Lalit's case, he may have thought that he was having an online business, but actually it was a local business which just had an online presence. Wasn't a proper online business. Otherwise, the biggest flexibility that comes with online businesses is that you can operate all over the world. There are no geographical boundaries which stop the virtual environment. That is why understanding having a business online is so very important. Most people make this mistake of having a local business which just has an online interface. It's not an online business. Business model is not conducive to operate globally without geographical boundaries. Anybody can tell me what is a passive income stream? Have you heard this terminology before? Anybody? Yes? No? Quickly. What is a passive income stream? Others, have you heard about this? I can only see you as a
Secondary source of income, ma'am. Apart from job and what we are doing is secondary source of income.
Why are we not calling it passive? Why are we not calling it secondary source? Why are we calling it passive? What is passive? You see the chat messages if somebody is replying to this, because you are the only person I'm saying, so I just oh, see, this is another factor about money which is not really told to us very openly. I don't know why we don't talk about money. That's how the country is telling us to. Passive income stream is that which does not need your active presence. See, you may be operating at very high designation. Till the time that you show up on your job, you're getting paid for it. If you don't show up on your job, and you take a sustained leave from the job, you will not get paid. Passive income stream keeps giving you money even if you are not showing up. That is something which online businesses give. Several offline businesses also give this, but they're mainly related with investments. If you've made massive investments in stocks, shares, or real estate, or created something which is now giving you a source of income, then it is a passive income stream, which is continuously giving you return on your investment. Which you haven't done that, then creating a passive income stream is only possible in the virtual environments. Right? And last but not least, you can create a legitimate business online which is subject to changes in business environments. See, there are several get-rich-quick schemes which are operating, which attract a lot of people. There are a lot of YouTube videos which tell you here is a easy way to make $1,000 in a day. How many of you seen such videos? Have you seen them? Anybody?
Yes,
Seen
ma'am.
them?
Lots of videos are there on YouTube.
Yes, ma'am. Lots of videos.
Have you ever wondered why is the person sharing their trade secrets with you? In which business have you seen people sharing their deepest trade secrets? Have you ever wondered that? If the person is so happy making $1,000 per day, why they're telling you? Why they're telling you where they're broadcasting it to the entire world? If somebody finds that kind of Aladdin's lamp, I would say, won't they hide it, put it in a bank locker somewhere and not share it with the world? That's our natural human tendency, isn't it? Have you ever wondered? People get drawn to such things. And then after a little while of working, they're trying to make it happen, it doesn't work, just shut the business down. Not making money online environments. But these are the non-negotiable truths about online businesses. It is a business. If at all you are building a business, you will have to learn that it is a business. We need you to put in place. Also need you to develop several new skill sets, something which you have perhaps never learned. Nobody teaches us all of these things in the academic curriculum. They are not part of the academic curriculum. It's like that. That's how we are. We give a lot of theoretical knowledge, which is also very important and useful. I'm not saying it is not. It's extremely important to get that theoretical knowledge because once you step out into the real world with that theoretical knowledge, your outlook towards the world is totally different. That knowledge should also make you think. I am definitely always oriented towards developing thinking. This is question for the last maybe 10 years. As the apex level people talking about theoretical stuff and not knowing how to put it into the experiences. But online business is also exactly the same as offline business. Yeah, there are several factors which make it different, but after them, it is a business. So it will require you to put in great efforts. There are no get-rich-quick schemes. You have to learn several new skill sets. You will have to get very, very good at another dreaded word I call marketing. A lot of people don't like marketing, even if they study marketing. Like it. Are you? Is anybody a marketing major? Or thinking about majoring in marketing?
Yes, ma'am.
You like marketing? Tell me, you like marketing?
Yes, ma'am. We like marketing.
Okay, what do you like about it?
Product that can be sold to a consumer, whether the demand exists or not, and the branding and the other related stuff.
If you like marketing. good at it. That's what is very needed in an online environment. Why? Because there are so many people who are looking for the product, but they go to the wrong product. You have to just be at marketing and become very good. So anybody who likes marketing, doesn't like marketing, but thinking about building an online business, you will have to do that. There are no two ways about it. Okay. And as you begin your journey, as you progress in your journey, keep gathering more information. You have to do that. And main reason why you have to keep getting knowledge is that internet is a very fast changing environment. Every day there is something new popping up. How many times you get scattered with so much of information? You think, what am I going to do with all this? Every day there is something which is new. Friends are telling you, teachers are telling you, I must look into this, that. And I'm getting confused. What to look at and what not to look at. That's where all these power steps come. Okay. Other thing is you'll have to get creative. So then creativity is a part of everyone's journey. And you will have to become creative every now and then. You have to write project code. Unless you become creative, it doesn't reach you. So skipping over all that, coming to the power steps. In the online business, there are only two elements. Just two. One is the element wherein technology is being created, and the other element is where technology is being used. There is a technology creation level, there is a technology usage. And using both of these, businesses can be built. Where is your strength that you will have to decide? Are you a technology creator or are you a technology user? You're a technology creator, there are separate elements. You're a technology user, there are separate elements. The number one thing that you have to decide, if at all you want to make any money online, is are you going into technology creation or are you going into research? For me, the personal story, I am a technology user. Totally technology user, but something goes wrong, I have to have a technical person standing right next to me to make it correct. Right? There are a lot of such people who do not understand the technology creation, and this is one major mistake. They think that creating technology might be a bigger ballgame. Yes, it is. Indeed, it is. If your product gets accepted, product gets sold many number of times, that is the way to go. You have to understand technology creation. You can't just have a group of people creating technology for you, making you rich. That's not going to happen. Because eventually there will be a problem which, as a business leader, you will have to solve. After all, it is your business. That's where leadership comes in so very strongly in online businesses, because most of the time they are operated by a bunch of people. It's a close group of friends or some people who are just sitting in some small group and trying to get things. So the leadership position that one needs to take is far stronger online business environments than it is what you're looking at challenge. Just like an added layer of things over there. So we need to become strong leader. If you empower yourself sufficiently by adjusting your money meter properly, this leadership will come more easily. Again, not a theoretical level of leadership, it's a very experiential level of leadership. You have to do that. Now coming to the technology usage part. Several people, some of you said that you are already having a freelance business of writing or web designing or something. That's when you are actually using the technology and making money out of the usage of technology. Technology has been created by science. So, where exactly you stand in your core strengths is something that you have to. Second thing is how legit money is generated in is something which is one is the technology creation part. Second is content creation. Internet is all about content. There is huge level of content existing. Everything is about content. Even if you create a piece of technology, a technological product, eventually when you have to sell it into the market, you'll have to go through the content way. So content creation is a very strong business. And I am focusing on this because I am in that part of developing an online business. I am not talking about technology creation in this because that's not my domain. You don't have to be everything just because you're operating a business online. You don't have to be everything. That's one major mistake. Be in your core strength area and then you will succeed. The content creation is of several types. I'm going into the details. Content marketing, you must have heard about content marketing. Content creation and content marketing are things which go hand in hand. Content can be of many different types. Can be in the form of profitable blog, ebooks, YouTube channels, podcasts, webinars, apps, even apps. I call them and I put them in this content creation category because an app also cannot be sold without content. So although the technology has been created by someone else, for me the interesting part is that I can be a part of that journey by means of the content. The games again are a technological element, platforms which put the games, bring the games to us, maybe done by several technological pieces of the television about which I have knowledge, but eventually the games are being played by the people who are themselves by the usage of the game creating some content which becomes valuable for the profitability. Online courses, coaching, and combination of all of them. That is the greatest element that you can combine all of these and make it like an explosion. It takes time, doesn't happen. Another element is pure marketing. Marketing guys, let's start immediately on this. Don't wait for the course to get completed, don't wait for the job to come to you, you to go to the job. You can build this side by side. Pure marketing is something which is so helpful on the internet. People have made multi-million dollars worth of businesses only using pure marketing. Create your own product and start propagating somebody else's product. Want to create your own product, then also you can create a product and then start. There is something called pure advertising. You have a website, you run ads on it, make the website in such a way, you provide ad spaces. Advertising brings in see ads everywhere. How many of you are on Facebook? Any of you? All of you? How many of you use Facebook? Answer quickly, please. It took me such a long time to answer the simple yes or no. You use Facebook? You don't use Facebook?
Ma'am,
Quickly. Why don't you answer quickly? Others? Again,
Yes,
I'll talk.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Why aren't you answering? Are you on Facebook or you're not on Facebook?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on Facebook.
Why aren't you answering? Why do I have to ask you 3 times before you come and answer?
Yes, ma'am. Please repeat, ma'am.
If you are on Facebook, you must have seen lots and lots of ads. Facebook is
Ma'am,
free for everybody.
lots of advertisements are there, ma'am. Social media advertising are basically on Facebook only.
Yes. Have you ever wondered how Facebook makes its revenue? It's free for everybody. It's always going to be.
And they make large amount of money through advertising.
Yes. You do the same, have a product as good as Facebook. Even if it is not as good as Facebook, if it is a simple website, which is having some traffic, it will start paying you money for their advertising on your website. That's the easiest way of marketing. A slightly difficult way is affiliate. Here you have to create content and then start promoting somebody else's products. Or start your own product. So there are big marketplaces which are available and giving all of those details. And you can just come. Now becoming a part of a supply chain is also a part. Here are 2 ways of doing it. One is you keep the inventory, keep the warehousing, do the legwork, which is important, along with it. The second one is to let somebody else do the inventory and browsing, and just use your web portal to display the products, bring traffic to their website, and you make a commission. Again, one of the example, just if you're interested. But this power step number 3 is extremely important because you have to develop your business model based on your core strengths. A lot of people make this mistake that when it comes to making a business model, think, okay, fine, that particular thing is making so much money. It is right now the greatest craze. Let me go and do that. That doesn't work in the online working environments because they are very challenging. It's not an easy working environment. So unless you are working with your strength and your business model is supportive of your core strength, I can guarantee you that you will not continue with business. Even if it is a profitable business, you will pop out and remain there as a time for it to become a sustainable business. So in order to make it a sustainable business, it is extremely important to develop a business model which you absolutely love to do. You're a marketing person, go into pure marketing. You're not a marketing person who don't like marketing, you can hire somebody to do the marketing. You're a content generation person, stay in the content generation realm and let somebody else do it. If you are a technology person, remain in the realm of tech. Don't try to do everything in your business. this is one thing where a lot of people just like any offline business, there is some investment. Only good thing is that the investment is very less. So far, I feel, if you think about it, you're not really a technology generation person because technology generation really requires a lot. If you're a technology user and you're trying to build an online business, then the investment that you could be somewhere around $200. That's somewhere around 50. Given the fluctuation. So those are the areas where we have sections. I'm a technology user generating businesses out of technology usage. I'm only talking about and there are so many tools which are authenticated tools. You can look at them and you can think about starting your business using these tools. And they are absolutely helpful in growing your business. If you are building a business using technology, which is already some amount of investment will definitely be needed. Let us get this thought completely out of our mind and we can have a free website and start making money. That doesn't work no matter how many times, how many people are creating videos telling you that that works. I'm here to tell you that will not develop into skill. This is the last and final step. Stick to your chosen path consistently. This is a business which will require a lot of consistent work. So effort, time, energy, and patience definitely. And I don't understand the concept of hard work and smart work. It is so very well propagated. It's not really experientially correct. Smart work is only more solution centric than hard work, but smart work also requires a lot of time. It's just that you don't feel the hard work because you are so oriented towards the solutions that you're constantly thinking only about the solutions and not the toil and labor. If you're only toiling and laboring, then the hard work seems like extremely strong. Smart work also has terrific amount of hard work in a solutions. So if you have built a business, you should work it consistently. This is something I just absolutely love. That is, you have to conquer your fear every day. Because, like we said earlier, so many people are constantly talking about how what will not succeed, how you will not succeed, how money is not good, money makes people evil, and things like that. So although that kind of thinking is totally unproductive and will drag you back. The moment you make a little bit of progress, such thoughts will be able to drag you back because there is nothing called immediate money making. Except for if you are playing a game, which is playing for cash, that's you can make some money. That too is a very competitive one. It's not easy situation to be because you're competing with the very best. But it cannot be done. Business, it can be a part-time. Sustainable business. There is a difference between sustainable business and just some part-time activity which is extra. So those are my power steps. If you have any questions? So just shoot your questions. Questions from anybody? No? No one gave me a list of questions yesterday.
Ma'am, I have a question to ask.
Yes, please. Just
Could you
introduce
please
yourself,
give
please.
us? I'm Ananya.
All right.
Yeah. So could you please give us a list of some of the online businesses which could be which could be profitable in the times that we are now, as we've been hit by COVID. So when this subsides, what is it that would be like more profitable and more in as per the times that we are in?
See, Ananya, I just said there is nothing called in or out. If you are building technology, you should only think in terms of what problem am I solving with my technological product. And if you are a technology user and you want to build a business, you can become a part of that particular, which is presently creating business. Right now, I can tell you from the technology user point of view, everything is video oriented, everything is audio oriented. For this reason, I have started a live show where I'm inviting several industry leaders from all over the world. They're the top leaders in the industry. We have discussions. We have about 45 minutes discussions. Giving practical details, experiential learning. We do this twice a week. I started this last month and wish you can be a part of that. And all you need to do is become a part of my YouTube channel. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's all free. And you will start getting that. But there is nothing called in or out. If you are supposedly not a video person, and if you're not a content generation person, how will you create it? Right? So you first have to decide, are you a technology creator or a technology user? Where do you see yourself? There's nothing called in or out in the online environment. It's a fast changing environment, but presently this is where we are. Right? Like I personally I do a lot of programs. I do a lot of free trainings. But on Thursday I'm doing a free training on my power personality program. Anybody and everybody is free to join. If you're interested, I can send you a link. You can just join. So right now, people like me are putting out a lot of content for free. Absolutely for free. Because
Yes, ma'am.
we know there is no money in the market. So there is no harm in putting out a lot of content which is actually increasing your own visibility. Understood?
Okay,
Somebody
ma'am.
else
Thank
I
you so
saw.
much.
Thanks. Somebody else I saw. She or somebody. She
Yes,
said,
ma'am.
yeah, Divesh.
Hello. Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to ask. Basically, I am already running a online business on chicken products, like online chicken apparels, And my father is a manufacturer of chicken apparel, so I am running this online business from quarter time. I wanted to ask, like, how can I promote my business in like, so that the reach of my business is higher and engagement and traffic is higher. I lately started making blogs and small short videos for my products and how to style them and other things, so that I can promote my Instagram page and my brand to a different level. But I wanted to ask, like, how can I promote my business in several other ways that would be fruitful for my business in future?
See, Divyanshi, I have to tell you that digital marketing is a very competitive field. You have to take some courses to scale your skill set, to be able to grow yourself. Right? There are no two ways about it. Online environment is a very, very competitive environment. So you have to just scale your own skill set. If you want, I can send you a link of a very good digital marketing course. That's something which I study, so I can share that as a study material. Interested. You can get connected with me on WhatsApp. You can have my number from there. All right, will that be interesting to
So,
you? Okay. But there are no shortcut methodologies. The easiest methodology that I can tell you is, if you're not interested in studying yourself and upscaling your own skill set, is to hire a digital marketing person. All right, I can help you with that also. But you'll have to get in touch with me. Either you do it yourself or you hire somebody else to do it. Those are the only two ways of doing anything, of getting anything. Isn't it? I just try to make everything very simple. Want more traffic? Then either you generate it yourself or you hire somebody to generate it for you. Correct?
right.
So get in touch with me offline and I will
So currently, I am using these three platforms for promoting my business. That is Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Like, what other platforms can I explore to
Pinterest.
promote this business?
Pinterest is the way to go. Okay, Instagram and Pinterest. You develop Pinterest. A lot of apparel companies are using Pinterest because it is a pictorial platform and they're doing very well. But you can also try using TikTok. Have you heard of TikTok or do you use TikTok? I can see Adarsh smiling. Does anybody know about TikTok? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know why you
The
are smiling.
roasting of TikTok has just begun on social media lately.
Well, the way Indians are using TikTok. I'm going on recording saying this. I'm not fearful. The way Indians are using TikTok. It's not the way TikTok is to be used at all. Okay? We're just thinking of TikTok as silly entertainment tool. We're flooding it with silly entertainment. Entertainment is good. I'm not against entertainment. It's very good. One has to understand what you're learning out of that. Is the platform getting rich or are you getting rich? That is one question that you need to constantly keep asking yourself in the online learning environments. Are you getting rich or are you making somebody else rich? It's your time you're spending online being put to productive use. Like tomorrow, I'm having a person on my live show. He's UK's top TikTok expert at SWOT. Interested? Come join the show live. Check it out. He's built a multi-million-dollar brand using TikTok. Can be done. Tools can be used anyhow, in any way. How you are using them will define the success or the failure of your own business. It's as simple as this. I don't think it can get any simpler than this. Tools are available for free. TikTok can be a very good element for you, Divyanshi. Why did you want to go? Pinterest and TikTok. All right, more than YouTube. Yes, YouTube
Right.
will take a long time. YouTube is a wonderful platform. It will take time because the target audience where they exist, if you place your product in front of them, don't you think it is the easiest way to get their attention? That's a simple way. Who is your target audience? If you answer this question, please. Divyanshi, who is your target audience?
Ma'am, I can't hear you clearly. Can you like repeat?
I'm saying, who is your target audience?
Ma'am, my target audience is basically between age 15, I guess, 15 to 16 years old, up till 50 approx. Mostly targeting the young audience.
That's fine. If younger, see, that's a very wide target audience,
Right.
age-wise. Okay, you'll have to segment. If you're targeting people above 40, then perhaps you have to do some direct messaging. Making a WhatsApp group will just be the ultimate thing for them. We're targeting people from 15 to 25 or 30. Pinterest, Instagram, and even TikTok can be the way to go. Of course, you can make longish videos on YouTube and use them as a repository. Definitely, they will become eye-catching at a subsequent date, not in, or may not.
Right.
Get my point?
Right.
You get my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Explore Pinterest, definitely. Any other questions? Go through the list of questions. This is one question. It's what challenges I could face in online business which may be different from offline business. Biggest challenge is that you're working from home. The biggest challenge is discipline. Actually, if you're an indisciplined person trying to work from home, it's going to be very confusing. You have to set some boundaries for yourself as well as for your family members. Okay. I think that's the biggest challenge. Just everything looks like great possibility. Is it viable to start an online business right now under the pandemic? I think yes. This is the best time to upscale yourself, upskill yourself, and make the most use of this dead time that we have. So that by the time we are at the other end of the pandemic, you become a better version of your own self. Emerge a winner. Takes time. Best time always is to start wherever you are. Right here. Suppose I start an online business locally, how can I compete with existing offline businesses? Well, if you're having an online business locally, you're just having a web portal through which you may be taking orders, you may be delivering orders, you may be thinking that you're delivering orders, but actually it's an offline business just having this. Should I be ready for sustained losses initially? That's an interesting question. You will, if you invest only 15,000 to 20,000 rupees, what kind of losses can you suffer? Yes, one thing is definitely there. It is not going to start making you money now overnight. So you have to have patience. That's the biggest loss actually. not that you put in the form and immediately start earning a lot of money. Avenues are there for earning money and money apart from it. I've already disclosed all that. If you want that ebook, just go to my website, check on the online money making section, and you will get the book. How to get a broader client customer base through online businesses, digital marketing. Learning more about digital marketing or getting something else. Anything else? Any other questions? Should we close the session? I think we should. All right, thank you everyone. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do it. If you want to get the book, please go ahead and get it. If you want to get in touch with me directly, my number is represented. Do that. You connect with me on LinkedIn, because that is the most important professional platform. I think all of you should be there on LinkedIn. Not developing a LinkedIn platform or LinkedIn profile now, it's not a right. You should think about it. All right? And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Have a good time.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.